Welcome to Capital City News, your connection to Salt Lake City government. I'm your host, Poonam Kumar. Today we'll be taking a look at the importance of master planning, and we'll talk to Salt Lake City Planning Director Wilf Sommerkorn to learn why it's so vital for residents to be involved with the process. Tying into that, our History Minute is about the long-term master plans for the Grand Boulevard at North Temple. To start off, let's see what's been going on in the city. The former mayors of Salt Lake City gathered to honor Robert Newton Baskin, who served as mayor in Salt Lake City during the 1890s and oversaw construction of the city and county building. Saturday, August 16th saw another successful year of Salt Lake City Weekly's annual Beerfest, held at Washington Square. Salt Lakers and beer enthusiasts from all over the state gathered to taste all of the latest and greatest beers from our state's very own fine brewers. Salt Lake City Police is launching their new Metro Support Bureau. It's designed to be a flexible and scalable response to tackle the criminal activity in the area from North Temple to 700 South and I-15 to State Street. The Metro Support Bureau will be staffed with a variety of officers under a single chain of command, giving commanders the ability to deal with any type of public safety issue. Beyond enforcement, this new bureau will work with social service providers to connect those in need with assistance necessary to transition off the streets. And don't forget, the Hive Passes are still on sale. They're discounted UTA transit passes that are available exclusively to residents of Salt Lake City. They make taking transit an easy, affordable choice. To learn more, visit ridewithhive.com. As the city is in the continual process of updating some of the many master plans that determine the future of Salt Lake, we thought it was important to let residents know what master plans are and what they do. Wilf Sommerkorn, Salt Lake City Planning Director, is here to tell us more.
Yes, I'm the Planning Director for Salt Lake City. So our division is charged with the responsibility of creating master plans for the city overall and for communities in the city. So we deal with, as well with historic preservation, and then on all of the commercial and residential criteria and setbacks and requirements for new building and construction and the continued operation of existing buildings. It's required that every community have one in order to regulate land use. And a general plan is required by state code to have three elements: a land use element, a transportation element, and an affordable housing element. Yeah, it's supposed to put some order to the growth and development of a community. So you have areas for residences and areas for commercial businesses, areas for industry, and then other specialized uses like airports, public uses, parks, and all of the various facilities that go with a community. A good way to look at it is to say that the master planning process helps to establish the goals for a community. What do you want the community to be like? And then the planning professionals can help formulate that, but that's really a lot of citizen involvement. The community is made up of its residents. And so what it really entails is the residents should be the ones helping to decide what that community plan should be. And so it's very important for residents to get involved in, and we have developed our processes here at the city so that we try to get as much public involvement in a variety of different ways as possible, because this is a plan for their community. What it does, of course, is then when there's been that much extensive outreach to the community, when the plan is finally approved and adopted and then implemented, there's a lot of acceptance and buy-in from the community. Best place to get information is go online. We have specific websites and pages that relate to those plans that are currently underway, and also usually some kind of a listing of the various activities that are going to be going on with regard to that plan. So take a look at that, see what might fit into your schedule and into your interest, and get involved in that way. And then, of course, anytime you can go online and participate on the online forums that exist.
This week, Salt Lake City TV debuts their latest video about the Hive Pass. And now it's time for our History Minute.
North Temple has long been a gateway to downtown Salt Lake City and the site of some of the city's most famous landmarks like Romney's Motor Lodge, the Red Iguana, and the State Fairgrounds. But it wasn't always the grand boulevard it is today. While public transportation flourished in Salt Lake from the 1870s to the 1940s, the commuter era in the 1950s ushered a planning age dedicated solely to automobiles. By the 1980s, city administrators realized this paradigm needed to shift and began developing plans for light rail service in the city. By the 1990s, with the Olympics on the horizon, community members and city officials included in their master plans a vision to make light rail connect the airport with downtown Salt Lake and the University of Utah. Over the years, planners, city officials, and the mayor and city council used the vision from these master plans to bring light rail to North Temple and transform it into the grand boulevard full of diverse, mixed uses it is today.
That's it for this week's Capital City News, your connection to Salt Lake City government. Be sure to tune in next time to keep up to date on what's happening in the city. For Salt Lake City TV, I'm Poonam Kumar.